Hi, friends. It's Allison. Welcome back to AJ's Inspired Life. Welcome back to my messy desk. Holy cow. Welcome if you're new. My goodness, guess what time it is? It's time to make a May journal. Now, I we're not going to finish it in this video. I'm just going to tell you this will be part one. Yeah, but I have started choosing papers, wanted to bring you along. I have no idea. I think we're just going to do the normal 12 by 12 paper folded type thing. I think it'll be a 6 by 9-ish. I already made 2 pages. I made a video last night of folding paper, which is right here. No, I still haven't cleaned off this pile on my desk. And this is what I do. I clean off the pile, I take the whole thing and I put it in my little bucket to the side, and then I never put that stuff away. It's just, I don't know, something is stuck in the process. Okay, let's empty our trash. Let's get a fresh start. So I just thought I'd bring you along. I have a very distinct poll for May. I'm ready for spring. Now, what I've done is I went through, these are some single papers that I've pulled. Look at this fun one I found, you guys. I forgot who did this. And I know you're like, Allison, that's like not really a thing. I don't know what that is. It's just pieces of magazine paper glued together. Like it's not even on another piece of paper. It's glued together to make a piece of paper. Someone did a video on this a while ago and I love it. And this is the one I made. And I think it's kind of funky. And so I was like, maybe that's a May page. It's actually kind of more summer. It's more June. And we'd have to add some more pages to, I don't know, or it could be the cover, like the start of a cover, but like it's literally pieces together. It's not glued on anything. I don't know the purpose of it, like why we chose to do that. But it obviously impressed me at the time. So anyway, that's the first thing. I don't think it's going to get used in this journal. And I do think we can do a little mending, so it can not get, too ripped. And yeah, we'll just keep, I don't know. I just thought it was fun. So, okay, so that's the first thing. Let me show you what I've pulled already. So I think we're going to put this little guy away and maybe save it for June because it's definitely more summery to me than May. But I'll tell you what, folks, we are having a day today. It is gorgeous outside. It's sunny. It's going to be in the 60s today. It's supposed to get in the 70s tomorrow. I'm wanting to not go to work today and sit out on the deck in my shorts and get sun. Okay, let me show you what I've pulled. And then I have a pile of paper packs over here that we're going to go through. And I think that will be today's. Gosh, you're like, Allison, how many days does May have? Well, 30 days has September, April, June, and November, right? All the things. May has 31 days. So I need some paper, but I probably already have enough, All right, so we're going to make a pile. Now, this is the scrap pad that it all started with. I pulled this. I obviously got it at Goodwill a while ago in a haul. Got a flick of something there. And so I went ahead and pulled, I was like, I could just make the entire journal out of this paper. But it's a little bit of a stretch for me, and I'm going to be very honest with you. As I pull out a floral pink, I'm done with pink. I'm literally, like, I think I've been a good sport. I think I have used it I used some in March, and then a lot of April we had trash, but I feel like I've been really good with using spring colors. And I'm wanting different, brighter colors. May to me, although this is pink, May to me is really kind of teal and reds. And like this would be my mood board if you were to set a May. Yeah, this would be it. Now, that being said, the first thing, and I've showed you this before, out of my junk pile, I have this beautiful piece of floral cardboard that was some sort of packaging from Anna Griffin Flowers. I mean, it makes a beautiful journal. And we could do this as our journal. Now, I want to be very conscious of the fact that this is my journal for this month, which I absolutely love, my trash journal. But it, in essence, I think is pretty close to a traveler size notebook. I mean, 4.5 by almost 8 on some of these pages. Some are smaller, but 4.5 definitely. Well, and some are smaller. So this one's 3.5. So, this seems small this month. I was wanting more space, which again, you guys, if you've been here, know I wax and wane on this. I go back and forth. I've definitely used some smaller, some journals. So this is 6. This is the normal width that I would choose. So this is the same width. It's just, shorter. It's 7 as opposed to, we normally end up somewhere around 9. So this is definitely an option. It's a little pastel-y for me. And maybe that's the right word. Maybe I'm not done so much with pink, but I'm really drawn to some of the brighter. Anyway, whatever, Allison, just figure it out. Okay, just figure it out. Let me show you. Now, the other hard thing I'm dealing with is I don't want this to be all cardstock, but that is literally what I have in my stash. With the exception of this, which I absolutely love, but I don't think I want to mess with this. I'm going to be really honest. This was a pack. It's glassine paper. It's to make like food bags and stuff with, which is so much fun. But you guys, I'm telling you, I used baking paper this last month and it wasn't pretty. I'm not going to lie. The essence of the paper is literally that nothing will stick to it. That's what it's for. You're supposed to put food in it, right? But look at this patterns. Oh my gosh. So I think I'm not going to mess with this, but I love it. Look at the texture of it. I love that it's like flimsy. I mean, I just love it. So I'm going to reserve it it would be this piece. Like none of this. I mean, we obviously could use it, but I know this is going to shock you. Just hold on for a second. I know, just wait for it. It's going to come and you're going to be like, who am I listening to? I thought this was Allison's channel. I'm really loving the florals. Ooh, I know. I said it. I don't know why. I don't know what's happening. Let's just go with it. Okay. Before I change my mind. I'm going to show you what I've pulled, okay? This is a thing of cardstock. Now, this paper was last May's out of this stack. It had anyway, I pulled it for these cut aparts, but it was a piece out of this stack. It had like kind of this sort of thing. That was my cover last year for May. So I thought some of this was cute. Obviously could have used some of this in April, but I got to be honest, we've had a dark, wet April. It has not been, I mean, the birds are out now, thank goodness, because I've about had it. Okay, so I'm going to get my pads out that I pulled. These aren't all my pads. This is the ones I pulled. Okay, and, ooh, here's a side view of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 pads. Here's the other, oh, and I have another one here. And again, this isn't all of them. 13 pads. Here's the situation that I think it kept me up last night because I did not sleep. If I make one journal a month and I'm using, let's say 15. Let's say 15, I don't even know, right? Like 15, 16 pieces of paper. Let's be generous. Let's be generous and say we're using 18 pieces of paper, right? So, you do the math. That's 216 pages a year, right? In essence, más o menos, right? Right? Did I do that right? Okay. 216. Each of these paper packs has, well, this one only has 30, but like 48. 48. Some of these have more than 48. It would take me like longer than I'm going to live my days to use up my stash. This is what I am not sleeping about last night. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. Just a little thought for you. All right. I do have my, not in my jammies. You can see I'm usually down here in my jammy sweats. Look at this gorgeous K & Company. I can't imagine I paid $9 for it. I just can't imagine that, but maybe. I don't think so. But anyway, I mean, look at the colors, and it's double-sided and it's cardstock. So my initial thought was this may be the cover. Like this may be, look at it, and it has a pearlescence. I'm in love with this piece of paper right here. Some of these are more, I don't know, folly, if you will. Now this one's interesting. This is absolutely gorgeous, and you can't, I don't know if you can see it. This right here is actually embossed with like a, I mean, it's texture embossed, not just raised paper. It has something on it. It's very beautiful. Look at the colors though, the red, white, and blue. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. This one could also do it. This one's not pulling me, but look at this paper, you guys. Is it not amazing? Look at this. Oh, this is one of my favorite pieces too. Yeah, I just want to make stuff. I mean, come on. So I feel like one of these is going to be the cover. Okay, so I'm going to put that pad aside. Okay, so what we're going to do, I just thought we'd go through these really quickly. A couple things popped out to me, and I just grabbed the whole pad so I could show it to you. This pad, I don't know what's happening with this. I've had this forever. It's super old. It is thinner paper, and I've used it for a lot of things. I also dyed some of this. This is some of the dyed paper because I don't like spring colors. Right there. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Now, of course, I feel like this can now be used throughout the year. This is a pretty May paper. April, May. It's pretty. So, you know, you can always dye stuff if you don't. So I did dye some of these because, I mean, that's a pretty one. My initial thought was this one. So we're going to pull this right off the bat. Here's another one we could use. I mean, I don't know. I might have to make another extra journal this month or something. I don't. Let's pull them. Should we pull them and then see? Oh, I don't know. Okay, I'm going to come back to it if we need another one. We're not going to need another one. This, I don't know what I tried to do. I tried to cover it with some cardstock or something because... Okay, this is a birthday pack from Dear Lizzie. It's called Fine and Dandy. I say birthday pack. I don't know why. I mean, it's not a birthday pack. Delete that. It's called Fine and Dandy. But for whatever reason, let's see, maybe I love this. I love this piece. What speaks to my soul this morning? And what spoke to my soul last night? This one is cute. I mean, look, I love this. If you were here, oh God, 3 years ago, before we had to cancel everything in our lives, we had a major trip to Florida planned, and I made a complete journal for it, and then it got canceled. So yeah, that was horrid. Okay, that one's fun. Okay, none of these are like, grab me right now, you have to pull me. I love this piece, but I mean, we could use these. None, I don't know. Okay, let's put that in the, I'm going to make two piles here. I don't know what I'm doing. I've now made some decisions though. Those are the go backs. I mean, come back to if we need to pile. This one is Simple Stories. Super old, you guys. Super old. But let's see what's in here. Has some fun things like this, which I thought would be fun. Like, you know, let's just pull that just for fun. because that will add some dimension and extras. Even if we don't put it into the journal, we can use it, you know, as tip-ins or whatever, but it's a fun shape and it has some florals on it. Same thing. I guess we should come back and pull some cards at some point. I never go to my paper pads for cards because I have some by my desk, so we should probably start cutting these up and putting them by my desk. Look at the polka dots. I freaking love it. Look. Oh. Okay, so when we go to Disneyland this summer, this one probably spoke to me. This one spoke to me last night. Here it is. Okay. Is it too dark? Like now that I see it next to this one? We'll pull them both and just make decisions later, okay? It's not as flowy as I would like. And I also have other papers too. And then I think we repeat. Yeah. Okay. So we're done with, but I was going to pull cards. I don't really want to. We'll do that later. Okay. Let's see. This is a Craftsmith Hot Buy. So this one's from Michaels. I bought this, like I made a specific project out of this one. And this is obviously what we have left. So, I mean, like if I had not made a thing out of this specific pack, I wouldn't have bought this necessarily. This is not necessarily me. I feel like, this is, guys, I'm not even that floral. Like, I'm telling you, I am trying. This is a little dark for me for May, to be honest. I'm going to save it. I can use some of that in fall. I'm going to not use something from that pack after all. Okay, let's see. The Paper Pack Recollection. So another hot buy from Michaels. I can't tell you the last time I went to Michaels or Hobby Lobby. I need to just not go. This we used for like February. We've used. This is cute. Kind of that cornflower. I love the yellow. Whoops. Let's see. Is that the same? I know we've used this one as well for a cover, I think. This is fun. I do like that. We've used, obviously, that pink. We've used that for a cover as well. I mean, that's fun. Should we try one of these? That looks different and interesting, right? Maybe we'll do that. Oh, look at the blue flowers. I did have a thought, though. I know I say this all the time. I think I might start pulling papers, and putting them in paper pack. Like, if I see this now and I know, like, ooh, I'm going to save it for June, July, or August, I could just pull it now and it would be ready, right? That was kind of my thought on that. And this probably would have been in April. Meh. Okay. All right. This one is a Dear Lizzie called Saturday. I'm pretty sure I got this at Tuesday morning. Before it closed. So sad. Again, I might come back and recut some cards. I do miss going through my scrapbook paper. This, I guess, is May. I guess this is May. This would have been good for April. Maybe next April we won't make a trash journal. That's a maybe. It's a little muted, actually. Look at the fun cameras. That's pretty. The birds are cute. I mean, it's all cute, right? It's all cute. That we've used for something. I love this piece. And then it repeats. So we've used the hearts. I mean, the birds are cute. Do the birds get a place in the Flower May journal? May is also a very difficult month for me, so I don't I want cheerful papers around me, I guess. I don't know what to say on that. That's, again, oh, sorry. This is a Chamel Starshine. I love her stuff. Oh my gosh. It's so stinking cute. I haven't really used anything. I mean, this one's pretty. Whoops. We could use, look. See, this is what I'm saying. Like next April, we should do that. We should go through our paper pads and make some packs, because this I would use for next April for Earth Month. This is adorable. Holy cow. Yeah, and I do think I might come back and pull some cards, or maybe these cut aparts, and that kind of repeats. So the only one in here, and we've used this for, I will pull this also for numbers. I've already cut one of these up, and they're very large, obviously. That just goes in. Oh, I'm so sorry. Please hold on. Please hold on. We've had a little turbulence. I am so sorry. This is the piece that I thought I might pull. We'll just see. My only hesitation, I think I'm going to have too much paper, but my only other hesitation that I'll do in the next pull is other paper of different textures, right? I want different, I don't want all cardstock like I've said. So this one is Flea Market Colorbach, 50 sheets. Oh, I don't know where I got this. This might even, is this a Walmart pad? This one's actually cool though. I mean, it's double-sided, which is so nice, right? Look at that though. I mean, these are fun because you could also just obviously punch these out, like super fun. Dark, 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 dark. Could use that one. It's a maybe. Too dark. Too dark. Too dark. Too dark. Could use this one. Maybe we should use this one. I'm never going to use this piece of paper, I don't think. Look at the china. Oh. This one's beautiful. We're going to pull that one. Look at the cups. This one's pretty. Okay. Oh, and we use this one for something. Yeah. And I've used this one. Interesting. So yeah, they've gotten used. Look for February. All right, flea market's done. This is another Chamel. This is True Stories. And I just love her artwork. It's very, look at that. I'm sure I pulled it for this one. Yeah. Let's do it. All right. This one is a Simple Stories, Faith. Again, 48 sheets, 48 sheets. I'm sure I pulled it for that flower. I mean, do you see the theme? You see the theme, right? Yeah, not the daisy. I love this. I mean, look, I mean, if we were scrapbooking, right? This is what I used to love, is just coordinating papers and so much. I love mustard. Oh gosh, I love that color. That's fun. That's a lot. Can't do it. Sorry. I'm sure I pulled it for that one. Oh, I mean, stuff like that's fun, but I'm just feeling like we want to do, and I might have to come back and cut out some of this. Okay, let's pull this one. All right. Love this one. This is a Recollections. This is Bible journaling. Recollections Michaels. It's got a lot of like book, as opposed to just the standard, card size. I thought the bookmarks were cute. I like some of this is just amazing graphics. Like I love how they did this. I don't know. Is it the right page necessarily for, my journal? Probably not. I love this piece of paper. I love anything like this printed. Let's see what I pulled this for. Hearts. I do love this one, but it's more tropical, I think. I'm sure it's this one. This one matches my little cover, my journal cover yeah. Look at that. The gold embossed. Look at this though. Isn't that fun? This one's gorgeous. Oh, and that one's fun. Although maybe a little bit more tropical, huh? More summery. I act like we're going somewhere. We're not going anywhere. Again, tropical, okay? Don't get me wrong. We got some trips planned to Montana. And, yeah. It's just life choices is what it is. This is, okay, what is Girls Rule Die Cuts with a View. This is fun because, again, it's double-sided, which is just so nice look at that. Now, I like it, but I don't want this, right? It's just look at the pineapples. Okay, that one's fun. We could do that one. Again, I had a whim last night at like 10:30 at night because I couldn't, yeah. Anyway, and I came down here and just pulled. We've used this one. I use this one when I go live and stuff because of like all my worldwide friends. Ah, so cute. Okay, we have the black, which has a backside of like yellow. Oh, I thought it was the teal. It's yellow, gold, whatever. Or we have this red, which has like writing on the back. So, either one, be your own hero. Busy creating magic. Well, yeah. Let's see. Well, the black's a little dark, isn't it? I'm going to go with the red. I really like the writing on the back. Okay, so that's the paper pads. I feel like we have 18 pieces. Now, maybe we don't. I think 18 is the magic number. It might not be because I need... Yeah, so we can add some extras in. I also made in a video that I filmed last night, which I don't know when they're going to post. But anyway, I made these. And these came from an idea from Lila from a Happy Mail, and she sent me directions. And so I fold these with you guys. They were not meant, I don't know what they're meant for. She sent it to me as an ephemera holder, and it's glued and holds stuff. But as I was playing with it, I thought it'd be really fun to have in a journal. And so I've made 2 already. These are going to be pages. They might even be the center of each signature. Okay, so I already have 2 here. I do have these. This one I think now can get saved because it's not quite as springy. I've been saving this one for May, and it's so funny because it does not have flowers on it, but I really like the colors, and I didn't know I was going to be like floraled out. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm just looking around me very quickly. There are some other places in my room that I want to pull some paper from. I have a book right here. I was just looking in like this. This is not the book. I want to go into the other paper book. Yeah. This has cards and stuff in it, but not... Okay, we want the other flow book thing. That's not it. where is it? It's right here. It's under this one. Okay. So this Love of Paper book, I didn't even realize, but it's not the right size, is it? So we could put two pieces together. I didn't know. I mean, look at that. But again, that's definitely usable for me for like August fall colors as well. So I don't need it this month. Sometimes I look at a piece of paper and I was like, I'm only ever going to use that during this month. Like, yeah, I don't know. So I need to, I just thought this had, okay, so nothing we have to use maybe. Yeah, and I'm not too sure if I want to look at the hedgehog wrapping paper, you guys. I'm dying. I'm not too sure. Oh my gosh. All right, we'll pull that. What was I saying? I'm not too sure if I want to do different size papers and stuff. I think, I don't know. I've done that for the last couple months. I absolutely love it. I actually really loved my March journal a lot, a lot. April has been a little bit harder just because of the size. So I would have maybe redone that. So there, look at that beautiful piece there. Now, this is my specialty folder, if you will. I have some glitter paper in here. I have, I don't know what this is, maybe vellum and some pressed papers that are fun. So I thought like stuff like this would be fun, like the different textures of paper. I thought that might be fun to play with a little bit. Let's see here. I tend to think of, I mean, that could be May. It could also be January, but I don't know if I want to use that light of a paper in January. Does that make sense? You guys, my brain is very segmented. It's like, there's rules. Holy cow. I don't know, you guys. I don't know. I don't know if I can do that. I don't know. I'll tell you what I do know. Once you take one piece out, it's like you got to take them all out because now I can't get it back in. They come in a plastic thing like that. I have some printed vellum in here. And I do love it. I mean, I do love some vellum, I'll tell you that. Look at that piece. How about that piece? That's pretty. And that's just plain. We don't need plain. There's green. Here's a Laura Ashley sheet. That might be good for this month. I don't know when else I'd use it. Don't need two of them. So we could put a piece of vellum in each signature. And then I have some colored vellum as well. All right, and there's some other of the pressed paper, whatever. Okay, let's do that. We'll choose two pieces of vellum. This is pretty dark, but because it's vellum, I think it'll work. So we'll choose those two. I will choose this one. Do we need the pink? I don't think we need the pink. I'm trying. Oh, this vellum's not going to make the cut this month. Sorry, dude. Thank you for trying out. We'll see you next time. Let's see. We don't need... hence the problem. So you can see I've pulled... Okay, we're going to put both of these away. And then we will pull from what we have here. So I love this piece, probably why I only have half of it because I used it for something else. This is an option. Egads, no, that's really pretty though. Okay, so this is where I get stuck. Do I put it in my pretty magical paper? I probably do. I'll move it over to my right because I don't think it's a big enough page. Okay, I like this blue a lot. Oh, there's more purple. And there's the same pink. I obviously tried to do something with this. All right, we'll move that to a piece. Do we like the lighter pink? Is this the same pink? I don't know. I know, you guys, I'm just rambling and like talking about paper. It's nothing to see here. I'm just bringing you along for the ride. Some of you, I watch your make a journal videos and it's like bada bing, bada boom, done. Grab this paper, grab that paper, and we're done. And there's your journal. I'm like, what the actual heck? How do you do it so fast? Let's pull a blue. All right. So that's 6 pieces. We have the 2 folded. I actually would pull this piece for both. That's how much I like the neutral, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to push myself to use my stash and, I mean, why not, right? Why not? All right. All I know is if I die tomorrow, I already told Aunt Gigi, you better get here. You better get here and get my stuff before my husband just throws it out. He'd be like, why are we saving whatever, right? All right. Okay, so we have 2 of the mulberry paper or handmade paper or whatever this is. Now, it's already folded this way, but as you can see, it's crooked. So I'm actually going to fold it this way, as close to like the middle as possible, and see if I can kind of retrain it. Kind of same thing with this one. It's crooked, so we're going to refold it. And no, it's not perfect, I know, but I'm going to not fight that fold that it already has and it's used to sitting in, okay? Okay, so now we have 6 pieces. We have 2 folded, we have 2 handmade papers, and we have 2 vellums so far. So that's 6. Yeah? Okay. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, so this one will go away. That makes 20. I've been saving that piece of paper for months. All right. Yeah. Do we fold them first or cut them first? I don't know. What do you think? This is very floral for me. Very, very floral. Oh, no. And I have more. Oh, Houston, we have a problem. Okay, these were the single sheets I pulled. This is my inspiration piece. I love this piece of paper so much. You guys have seen it before. I often have it like in front of me on my desk. It came out of a, I don't know, book, like flow book maybe or something like that. I love this piece of paper. This is what I want my May journal to be like. Like I absolutely love the colors and everything. So like you can see the difference in coloring. Like this is too pastel-y. I love these colors. We're not going to use this as the journal. I've made that decision. Okay. Save you for another day. This I'm not even too sure we're going to use either, but that's the inspiration. This piece I pulled we've used before. I think I used it last May. I'm not going to use it because now we're over papers. Now we have to eliminate. So it needs to be the top 20 piece of paper, and it's not. So that one's not going to make the cut. These I also pulled. I don't know. I don't know. This one I love, but we could definitely use it. I love it. Well, I mean, should we save it for July? Is right. Okay, we'll make a July pile. I think I just need to separate when I see them, I need to put them in the month I want to use them for. This one's pretty. It's kind of dark, so we'll see. I'll put it in the keep pile for now, and then we'll have to rule out. This one's fun because it's double-sided. So I actually really like this, and it has like fun florals. And so we're going to keep this one. And this one I love, but this one can be saved, as you know, my favorite color in the entire world. So for crafting, and definitely usable for July and August for sure. And absolutely September. Okay. So this piece will get saved, and we'll start making another pile. These will be for next spring. I mean, you could maybe use it. You can use it whenever you want. Not everybody's brain works like Allison's and has all these crazy rules. That's what I know. That's what I know. That's why I hang out with you people, because you inspire me to like push my comfort limit. But there's limits. There's limits to, yeah. Now, I think I'm going to change my mind. Let's cut some strips off. Let's get some 12 by 12 paper. And then I think our time will probably be done. I'm going to save this because, you know, the question is, what size do we want the journal? And when we make it that size, you know, some of these we could fold up. So this is definitely one I would keep as a fold up because it has the double side and it's super fun. So this I'm going to leave, you know, intact and whole. Okay, so we'll leave that one. Let's just see what else. Some of these need a quick trim. And do we have, this one has a strip on it. That's not fascinating. Not even marked or anything. I mean, not that it has to be perfect, but. All right. Again, saving, yeah. So again, double-sided we're definitely going to keep intact because those are fun flip-ups and whatnot. So save our strips here. I'm just not too sure. I just have to pile them for now. And gosh, look how similar these are. So I might get rid of one of these, right? The other thing is, well, no, we have backsides. Sorry, I misspoke. Oh, Allison, slow your roll. Okay. Got to head into work here. And okay, double-sided, definitely keeping. And this one has the strip. Whoops. Okay, what are you mad at me? What's wrong? What's happening? You got stuff in you. It's okay. Come on. There we go. That's nice when it's perforated. Did you hear the difference in that cut? All right, this one I'm going to throw out for whatever reason. I don't like that. Whatever. Okay, the birds could not make the cut, although they are a nice break from all these flowers. This one could not make the cut, actually. It's a little pastel-y and corn blue for me. So maybe we'll go back through. This one's gorgeous. And I love it. I'm not saving this. This one's already good. This one's good. This one's good. And our little one sheet of actual paper, you're definitely staying, because literally this is all cardstock. And that is part of the reasons my journals are always so fat, you guys. Oh, want to see a fun little fact? Oh, there they go. Okay. I was like, huh, that's interesting. They are square. Okay. Well, alrighty then. We're not going to choose a cover. We're going to have to choose a size. And so I normally, it's going to be 6 wide. We're going to fold them all in half. We need to decide how long, and it's either 8 or 9. I mean, it's just what we feel like doing, right? So normally I just, do something like this until it feels right is what I do. I know it's very, very technical. And that tends to be, like, I would make that into the journal, and that would be our, right? Or the cover. So where did we end up? We're just shy of 8.5. All right, let's do it. I'm going to make these 8.5. Okay. That decision's made. I said it's normally somewhere between 8 and 9. 8.5 qualifies. So now we just get to go through here and cut them all. And then we get all of these amazing pieces. All right, this one is interesting. So we need to decide what we're cutting off of this. So if we are at 8.5, this way it will cut through this flower, so we don't want to do that. If we cut it this way, we lose this. Let's do that. Okay, because then I have this actual thing as a cutout, right? And we could actually cut it out and use it as a pocket. We could just slice it and use it as a pocket. So that's super fun. Here's a little whatever journaling spot and another little card. So that's the best cut. Yeah. All right. 8.5. This one, no, this one's hard. We're gonna lose it, right? Because even if I go, I don't think I have enough on each side. Let's see what we can do here. If I go 8.5 here, we're still in it. What if I cut it down to, and we'll cut 8.5 this way. Well, I don't know. I mean, we can keep ooching it. We can keep ooching it. I'm going to lose this entire flower on this side, though. Let's... All right, and we'll make one final cut this way, so... Oh, we are way over. Oh, well, we're way over because I'm not measuring. Dear goodness, that was almost like a really bad haircut. Okay. Let's just call it what it is. We're going to lose it. All right, we're fine. All right, that's about as good. Yeah. That was a lot of cutting for not a great outcome, but so it is. This piece, I don't love this piece. Let's hold it. Let's hold it. There were some others in that other stack of papers that we were going to, I actually don't love that piece. So, all right, the little birdies we'll cut. It gets, it is directional. That's the only thing you want to watch on some of these. Okay. And then some of these I don't think matter, but you do have your choice. Like obviously there's more yellow over here. So if I, if I cut this off, we're going to have, more pink, but it's going to be folded. I don't know. I'm just talking out loud. Don't mind me. I'm actually going to cut this side. Okay. We are going to get these papers cut and call it a day so I can head off to work. I really love this piece. This piece I don't love as much. It's more, I don't know what. Probably pink, honestly. All right. Now, this one we're going to lose, but I have enough. I'm going to cut this entire flower off so we have it, right? As opposed to trying to... Yeah, because now we have this beautiful piece, and that is so pretty. And then that will be fun, because the flower will be on one, and then a polka dot. That's super cool. All right. And I love this one. See, I love this because it's like soft and... Let's see, which way do I want to cut this? Does it go... I think it does go this way. So I do think this is the bottom. So we'll cut this off. I was going to put this really fun red polka dot with this. All right. This one's gorgeous. Does it have a... I do feel like it has an up. The birds fly up. Oh, it's double-sided. Never mind. And I guess we'll keep this one for now. We'll just keep playing. I still have some other paper. Some of these could still get swapped out because... Yeah, just because. Just because. Because I don't love them. But you know what? The other crazy part is, as you guys all know, most of this paper may not even show. Because what do? On the crazy pattern paper, we put paper over it to journal on, right? And cover it up. And on the white paper, we put color on it to give it, how many steps can we add to folding a piece of paper and writing on it? Let me just say that. Okay, so this one needs to be folded in half. I do love that it's thinner paper. And we're going to fold it up this way. It's like on the money. 8.5 right there. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay. And we can come in right now or later, but I do something like that, right? Because if I don't, I screw it up, I promise you. But you cut into, okay. If you have your fold like this and you're folding on it, this adds a lot of bulk in this middle part, okay? Anytime you're making a folded, okay? So what we want to do is V it. So I draw lines to remind me which way the V goes, right? And then cut. You can cut as much as you want. I mean, you could cut it way out here if you want, or you could cut it really close, but we're going to cut to the fold line right there. Okay? And there's no right amount. It's fine. It's all fine. Okay? And then it folds up like that, and then your fold is not impeded. Okay? Does that make sense? Now, we can do a couple things with this. What I tend to like to do, because I will forget later, you can definitely do this, but unless this is our middle piece, it's not going to look like this, right? It will look, ooh, Nelly. This is busy. That's a lot. That makes my head hurt already. It's not the point. Stay focused. The point is, this would be the journal page. So you don't have to have them both fold up the same way. I tend to want to fold one of mine like this, right? So it looks like that, but yeah, we'll figure it out later. Some of these we will flip around and inside out also. I mean, I guess we could do it now because we want them to not all be white on the same side of the journal. And some of these we're going to just have to move around and play with because some of the pages I definitely want white. So as we put it together, we'll just see what our choices are, okay? This is a lot of flower going on. So it's actually probably a good thing that these are white because, again, if we do sandwich them, a lot of them will be white like that on one side and not competing because this is really bad design. That's a lot going on. So, but I just thought we might as well go for it, right? Might as well get out the flowers and use them. When else is Allison going to use them? Don't know. Don't know. All right. I really like that piece of paper. Look how cute that is. Oh, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. All right. So we now have now this is a little dark. This one we actually don't have to, I mean, it's cute, but we don't, I don't know. I don't know. We might decide. I feel like we already used this one. Did we not? My goodness. You guys. Have I mentioned I don't really like flowers that much? No? Now this one's a little different. It obviously has this white piece here. So, you know, we'll do something like this. And there's that fold. And then we'll fold it this way. Okay. And again, I'm going to just make a mark where I want the cuts-ish and refold it together so they're matching. And all you have to do is make sure your scissors, your cut is going in the right direction. That's not where I'm actually going to cut. I'm going to bring it all the way to the fold line, right? But it's just, you know, it's just a reminder. So, and again, you could make it a smaller pocket. I don't think, you know, the angle of your scissor determines, right, how big this flap is. But the point is you want to go to that fold line. So you then have something like that. Okay. Now, again, we have this option, which I'm not in love with, but I will leave it like that for now, just because I want to remember. I was just trying to see which one of these I like that one better. So we'll do that. Okay. All right, here we go. Last two pieces here, guys, and then we'll be done. This is a heavy piece of cardstock. See how it already breaks? And we'll fold it up. A little short. All right. We'll cut that one. And again, you could do this with any of your papers. I just think it's fun with the double-sided, right? Because it's already decorated. Otherwise, it would just be white, which is, you know, completely fine. The colored would come up, the pattern would come up onto the white side. That's totally fun. I'm just looking at which way we want to fold this. So, Okay, if I fold it this way, then the flower's at the top. If we fold it, this way, okay, we definitely don't want to do that, and we don't want to do that. And so we could fold it this way, which would just give us more different pattern, like on this side. I think the safest bet, I think I'm just kind of wanting to do this, and I'm you guys, my husband's been gone for a week. We are both about at our limit. But I went and looked at my laundry today. I was like, oh my God, I didn't do laundry last week when he left. And I haven't done it this week. I have 4 loads of just my clothes to do. So my first load's in, it's drying right now, and I'll pull it and dump it out on the bed, so it's like flat, the stuff that needs to be, before I go to work. And then I'll come home tonight. Oh my God, he comes home tomorrow. I'm like, oh. I just didn't need the clothes, right? If I don't need the clothes, don't need to wash. The funny thing is why I need to do laundry, why, is because I need workout clothes, like all my gym clothes. And today is my rest day at the gym. And so it's a good day. It's a good day for laundry. Okay, we're going to do that. We could do both the flaps up, that way. Yeah, we can decide later. I don't know. That's interesting. I actually like it like that. Yep. Okay. So here we go. These are double-sided pockets. I'm going to kind of make 2, because it's going to be 2 signatures again, right? Here's a pocket. I'm going to just divide. I'm just going to go like this. We'll figure out the details later. I thought I had another pocket, so I'm waiting until I do that. Oh my God, this is a lot of flower stuff going on. This is a lot. This is a lot. Little birds. Little birds. Oh, okay. Love that piece. Oh, okay. And there's a pocket. And there's a pocket. Okay. Now, why am I not equal? I should be equal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Was I going to get rid of one more? Because, whoops. Dropping stuff. We have a piece of this paper in each one, and we have a piece of folded in each one, and we want to do a piece of vellum. So we're still short. I'm going to make a note. Okay. Hold please. I just want to do this one more thing. Yeah, we want to cut it this way at 8.5. You guys, this piece of vellum I've had for years. It cost me 74 cents. It's Laura Ashley, and that's not going to come off. We got to cut that. Look at this one. Now, this one I'm not going to, I want to cut the strip off first, because the strip is on the side I want to keep. This is NRN Design, which was my friend's mom's company, and she passed away years ago. And where am I at if I go 8.5 this way? Definitely in the flower. Okay. My thought is I'm going to cut off a little bit on this end, which kind of sucks because I'm going to get smaller scraps of vellum, but it's okay. And then we'll do 8.5 this way. And we'll still get most of this flower. I mean, I wanted some of this strip up here. Okay. All right. And we'll fold that. Absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous. I easily, and it's too late now, but that's okay. I could have made fold up flaps on those. I don't think I need any more fold up flaps, and we can use this as some other sort of tip in and, you know, pretty, but isn't it gorgeous? Okay. Okay, let's recount, and we're going to make a sticky, and then we're going to be done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. I don't need a sticky. We'll just write 10. All right. And then this one is short one, which is fine because we're over in paper, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, this one's over by 1. Okay. And I'm going to choose something like that. And we'll just write 11 on this one. And we'll clip it also. Okay. All right. You guys, that's over an hour of folding and choosing paper. Yeah. Welcome to Allison's world. This is literally step 1 of making the May journal. So this is where we're at. I do have 2 signatures. You can see though, even without anything else, I mean, just the paper alone is pretty good sized. Okay. That's why my journals they tend to be, you know, fairly book-like, like with a signature and seam binding that's, you know, 1.5 inches or so on here. Okay. So we will come back and do step 2. I am going to do another quick flip through of some papers and just make sure I'm not missing any special paper I want to use, but we can always add it in later. Yeah, but this is where we're at. And then we still need to choose our cover, which I thought would probably come out of this stack here. Okay. So that's, you know, that's kind of where we're at. And I'm leaning, I'm leaning towards this one, although now that's looking a little summery. So we'll find it. It'll come. It'll come. It may be this one, which was not going to be my choice. This one I absolutely love. So I think this will be our cover. And then we have 2 signatures, and we will continue on next time in step 2. All right. Thanks for hanging out, you guys. I hope you got something done during this time. If you were cleaning, if you were folding your own laundry, which is what I need to do after work today, or if you were journaling and crafting and creating and painting, I hope it was all good, whatever you're doing. So I hope you're having a great day. I appreciate you being here. If you liked it, please put a like below. Please comment below so I can say hello. And especially if you're new, I would love to say hello. So welcome. All right. That's it for me, you guys. Have a great day. And I hope you find something today that inspires you. Take care. Bye.